Hello, future millionaires! We welcome you back with another amazing motivational video. It seems that many amongst us, especially the poor or the middle class, have an extremely distorted of what wealth actually looks like. They base their assumptions of how the rich behave and act merely on what they've seen on the gram or in the media. Therefore, there are many incorrect perceptions that many of us hold towards the rich. We are here to clear just those misconceptions in today's video, which focuses on the top 10 things you might think rich people do. Before we begin the video, we request you all to please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you never miss another upload of the Future Millionaire. Having said that, let's jump right in. Number 10. That the rich drive those oh so expensive supercars. It is a common misconception that is held against the rich that they drive nothing short of a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Don't get us wrong, both the brands produce incredible luxury sports cars fully equipped with the best speeds and the most fancy and eye-catching interiors and exteriors. As your daily car with the lack of storage space, uncomfortable interiors, and the attention and paparazzi that comes with them? Not exactly a thing of the actual wealthy. In fact, the actual wealthy prefer avoiding excessive attention rather than inviting it. And so, don't be surprised when you find a billionaire choosing a Tesla or a Volvo over a Lamborghini, as security and comfort is their main priority. Number 9. That the rich fear flashy brands. Have you ever noticed that most of the world's actual wealthy, especially if you look into the top 50 of the most rich people on, let's say, Forbes, tend to wear really plain or boring clothes? This is because they value quality over design. So what you see as boring are usually some real expensive clothes, just not the flashy ones that are marketed towards the poor or the middle class. And the latter are usually the ones that we see displayed on billboards, as only a small minority of the human population constitutes of that rich 1%. And so, since the niche and the target market is so narrow, the quality-driven layer of products that's produced for the wealthy is therefore not a part of mass advertisements. Further, the celebrities that inspire the common masses are often paid to advertise these products to get the masses attracted into buying these products. Number 8. That they root and plan for the poor to remain poor. Contrary to popular belief, the rich actually want the poor to progress onto the path of becoming rich. And we don't mean this in the sense of goodness of the heart or empathy, although that can be a factor, but we're talking in terms of profitability. This is because if the poor do become rich, the added wealth equates to them indulging more in commerce, and that equates to more profit for the companies of the rich. Number 7. That they pay more in taxes than the poor and the middle class. It is an inarguably true fact that the rich do pay substantially more in taxes than the poor. However, when we look at this equation in terms of ratio or percentage, then we find that the rich pay much less. Let's understand this through a very easy to understand example. If you have a job in the company, your taxes, which add up to about 20 to 50% of your overall income, are normally deducted on your income automatically before the money reaches your bank account. These set of rules are different for owners of those companies. They are often exempted from paying taxes, or the taxes are lessened by a huge margin if they keep on hiring people like you, their average working taxpayer. The governments are okay with the system as long as they're receiving more of their taxes from the working class. Number 6. That they focus most on saving money. How many times have you heard the cliche that it is absolutely necessary that you save money to be on the path of wealth creation? Although the statement is not entirely false, it still cannot be said that that's the only focus of rich people. In fact, most rich people in practicality do not really care much about saving. They focus their energy onto increasing their income output rather than on the savings. Further, what is most important to the wealthy is investments. They are constantly seeking ways to multiply their wealth by finding the most effective and efficient and profitable investment opportunities and increasing income-generating assets. Number 5. That they have all the answers. Just because you're good at figuring out the money-related part does not go on to say that you will be good at everything else, unlike most of us think. Life presents us with different types of problems and challenges, some of which cannot be solved by numbers or money alone. It is rather a matter of context and expertise that play the major role in effectively dealing with a challenge or a situation. Lastly, there is no one magic key that can unlock all doors. Number 4. That they are less stressed. This is the most BS of irrational beliefs that the middle class fosters. Money is rather a multiplier for anxieties. In reality, as your wealth grows, so do your responsibilities and inevitably your problems. The more money you have, the more you worry about how to manage and preserve it. The business empire seems like a much desirable faraway dream. But what most of us don't think about is that that entire empire sits on one man's shoulders. The worry associated with every risk that comes from every single investment decision to the livelihood of each employee employed under that empire, imagine the amount of stress that would cause to the person in question. Therefore, it is simply ridiculous to assume that the wealthy do not have stresses and anxieties, which by the way may also be the reason why depression is such a huge problem amongst the wealthy, and also why people seem to age much faster in the business environment. Number 3. That they had no real skills. It is very easy to get swayed by the idea that the rich don't have many skills, as we don't ever really see a wealthy person get their hands dirty by activities such as, let's say, changing the oil in their car, washing clothes, or cleaning the house. This really is true, and the reason for it is the fact that these are very basic skills that are very easy to acquire. You can easily find someone with the skills to do these basic tasks, and so they have little economic value. Wealthy people focus on acquiring and monetizing high-value skills, whilst outsourcing these basic ones to others who make much less than they do per hour, so as to not waste their precious time doing things that make them little to no money. Number 2. That they're selfish with their wealth and don't help the poor. Well, this is the thinking that strikes every idiotic mind that wishes that the rich would just hand them down every single thing they want and wish for with no questions asked. What they forget is there is such a thing as earning and deserving something. The way the rich help thousands and millions is through creating an empire where thousands of job opportunities for those in the poor and the middle class, and this is how they add value to society. Not by giving money directly to unknown people for no reason whatsoever. Number 1. That every one of them wants to be on the Forbes list. Most wealthy people throughout their journey on the path to wealth creation have learned that being on the cover of a profile magazine or on Forbes list only but provides self-gratification, or at most may prove wrong your 8th grade teacher who that once told you were not smart. Other than that, the initial urge that you have to prove people wrong becomes largely irrelevant once you grow and mature from a financial perspective. You begin to question whether the positive PR that you are getting is worth all the privacy invading paparazzi and the opportunities coming after your wealth. After all, the truth of the matter is, there are some people who pay to be on the Forbes list, and then there are some who pay not to be mentioned. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our list of the 10 things that you might think that the rich people do. If there's anything you feel we missed out on, feel free to tell us in the comment section below. As always, if you liked our video, do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to join us another time for another mind-boggling video. See you next time.